okay. Just to be able to have Tommy back, just how big is that for you? And then for Max, is it just a kind of routine?
Yeah, with Freddie, it was more of just kind of he still feels good. I just think it's just a good day, game after night game. Got the 3 games in St. Louis and then San Diego to give him a down day, be available late if we need, and then catch my breath. And then with Max, just a day for Max. He'll be available late potentially, and then getting Tommy back in the lineup, very good. Feel good about that.
With him, do you have to keep an eye on anything with that ankle, or you feel kind of moving forward that whether inflammation or kind of soreness has dissipated, he can kind of move forward?
Feel good. I think still being mindful of it, that we don't go backward, but he feels confident, training staff feels confident, and hopefully we can get through today and get him through the series, the next handful of games.
Did Kirby and Kopech come out yesterday well?
They did. Both of them came out well, and I think as we look today, there's a good possibility this weekend, both guys being active.
Did the pitching coaches see anything with Michael that they kind of were looking to maybe adjust, or that they liked in regards to just maybe command pitch mix?
I think with Michael, we talked about the stuff over command yesterday. I think they feel good with his delivery. Came out of yesterday really well, and I think going forward it's just kind of a sequence pitch mix type thing. But feel good where his stuff is at though.
Is Edman also here on taxi?
James is here. Hyeseong took that ball or fouled a ball off his foot the other day, so we were just wanted to bring James and then Sturi here with obviously with Tommy kind of in flux a little bit too, so we brought both guys, and looks like we're out of the clear with those 2 active guys, so we'll send those other 2 guys home later.
How was your conversation with Kike?
I'm still trying to recover. A lot to unpack with him. No, it was good. I think it was just more of talking about the state of our ball club, and just kind of giving a rundown and just kind of catching up. It was a really helpful conversation.
There was a point last night, I think it was the 7th inning, where you could have hit Will for Dalton, or maybe even Conforto. When you give Will a day off, do you just want a complete day off of catching?
Ideally, yes. But I obviously I've used Will to hit many times, and he has come in to catch after. But I think that, in the 7th inning, then it turns into 2 in a row to 5 in a row, and he doesn't get an off day. And I think that there's still the one game in one particular moment that he probably is a better option, but then the cost going forward, what that looks like, I'm not prepared to play that game all the time, and certainly I wasn't last night, yeah.
So how do you feel that Dalton has adjusted to not getting regular at-bats?
He's adjusting. I think that the catching part of it has been fantastic. I think certainly he's used to getting hits and where it's been a little bit more difficult, but I think he's adjusting, but this is the role. And so we have an all-star catcher, so he's got to make the adjustment as a young player, and it's certainly not easy, but he's getting some runway and some opportunities, yeah.
What can we do to learn to, be in that role, kind of look better from the offensive side? Is there anyone he can kind of lean on?
I think obviously the hitting coaches, guys that don't play every day. I think that kind of just trying to take good at bats, not try to, hit a 3-run homer with nobody on base, and just try to conduct at bats, not add any more, pressure or expectation. Because to be frank, his role is to dominate defensively and to continue to get better defensively, and then what he does offensively is additive. But he certainly, as a hit first guy, his career, it's an adjustment. And I think the number one thing is just adjusting the mindset first. When you start hitting second, third, and fourth, and fifth, then there might be a different conversation. But when you're hitting eighth, be a good defensive catcher, which he's really doing right now.
A lot of the sort stuff by his prospect was sort of like developing the fish calling part of it. Like, how has that kind of looked in the small scale?
It's been great. What he's done, and for me, he's given us everything we could have hoped for at this point in time. And we still want the player to want more for himself, certainly as far as offensive production, but what he's done, been great.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fred- but I was gonna say, Freddie's obviously always cared a lot about posting. Has he been any more understanding about the benefits of a day off after what he's gone through?
He is. I think that we've earned his trust. So yeah, we have good adult conversations, and he understands the value of an off day once in a while. Yeah.
So this is what you were talking about yesterday about how the Mets were kind of sequencing you guys on particular. Like, how difficult is it to make that adjustment in game, and how you said yesterday you kind of have to make the adjustment. Like, how quickly can that be made? It's like that.
I think it's player to player. Some guys understand that, and you can hunt different things. Some guys work on a strategy of hope, that I hope they throw a fastball. And, but I think it's an adjustment that you've got to appreciate that they're not going to give in at times, and this guy today, he's not going to do that, give in. So you got to be willing to whether, hunt different pitches or shift the field, whatever kind of language that resonates with the hitter. But the honest truth is that these guys have pitched us really well.
You decided whether tomorrow will be a bullpen game or spot starter potentially?
We're still in talks.
Would
We'll see how the day goes.
Keep getting it.
Thanks, guys.